YouTube, welcome back. It is I, your host, the average Jason. Welcome back to another episode. I just want to thank everyone that's been watching these videos, liking, commenting. I would like to get some new subscribers. So if you guys are just breezing through and you happen to see one of my videos, go ahead, hit that like button so we can get this message through and subscribe and comment because I want to hear from you guys. So before we get into it, I guess this is a disclaimer. I noticed that my shorts get a lot of views. And I get it, people's attention span these days or that of a gnat. You know, like 5 second tops, you got to catch people's attention. And if you don't catch their attention, they're on to the next thing. And it's kind of sad because that's kind of where we're at as a society these days, is that their attention span is just not that great. And I know my longer videos, I don't get much views on those. And I got a theory. I think YouTube is probably putting their gators on my neck a little bit, with my longer videos. And you know what? That's fine. YouTube is going to YouTube. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. People are going to do what they're going to do. And I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And that's really what it boils down to, you know. But I guarantee you, if I was on there talking some ratchet shit, or all up with the Diddy crats, take that, or, talking about Aaron the plumber throwing fades, or pop the balloon. I'm pretty sure I would get mucho views, but because I'm on there talking about real life, talking about things that are happening in our society, talking about topics that make people critically think, you know, of course, my content gets stifled. But that's okay. That's okay. I only do this as a hobby, so if something comes out of this, great. If not, that's fine too. I'm going to keep giving my truths, keep talking about what I talk about, and people are either going to rock with it or they don't. So, with that being said, that's right. We're going to give ourselves a round of applause. Welcome back to my current viewers and subscribers who watch. I appreciate all you guys. I really do. I appreciate all of you, man. And if you stick around and watch my long videos and watch them to the end, you guys are the real MVPs, man. We're going to give you a round of applause again. Yes. Yep. So, yeah. To the real MVPs, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. Now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and watch this video like we always do. We're going to come back and chop it up. All right? You guys ready? Here we go.
So Elon made a post on X, and I believe it was yesterday. He stated that he was told that there are currently over 100 billion year of entitlement payments to individuals with no social security number or even a temporary ID. Let me repeat this, because I don't think you heard me. He says he was told that there are currently over 100 billion, and they're called year of entitlement payments to individuals with no social security number or even a temporary ID. He says if this is accurate, then this is extremely suspicious. He said when he asked if anyone at the Treasury had a rough guess for what percentage of that number is unequivocal and obvious fraud, the consensus in the room was about half. So 50 billion a year or 1 billion a week of this year of entitlement payments to individuals with no social security number or even a temporary ID. That's what he uncovered. You know what? It's something to be able to see government corruption really in real time, because we're so used to seeing it on TV. But this is in freaking real time.
Right, all right. Shout out to this young lady. I don't know who these content creators are, but I want to give them their props. So shout out to this young lady and her video. She's right. She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. We're going to give her a round of applause. That's right. That's right. So I got some stuff in my hair, guys. So just ignore that. We're talking about the message. I just took a shower. I see some of these content creators on here. They come on here looking dusty and crusty as heck. And I'm not. I just got out the shower. I got stuff in my hair. It dries out and it is what it is. So we're going to move on. So for those who don't know, Elon Musk had posted something on X on February 16th. And it was a table showing the Social Security payment breakdown by age. And it shows that a lot of people over the age of 112, over 100 anyways, are receiving benefits. A lot of folks. And of course, all the mainstream media was all up in arms about the post, calling Elon and President Trump a liar, et cetera, et cetera. What baffles me though is how so many people, so many of these brain deaders are mad that Elon and DOGE are doing this. I mean, like,
Bruh.
how are you mad about transparency? Isn't that what we want from our government is transparency and honesty, right? I think that's what we wanted, right? But people are mad about that. Anyways, I just don't understand when things became like this. I'm confused with these dumbass people, man. I really am. And I'm cutting a little bit loose today, but I'm just tired of the dumbassery. Like it just makes no sense to me. And I used to laugh at the term Trump derangement syndrome, but the more this is going on, is the more I'm starting to think that this syndrome is actually a real thing, man. Because I just don't get it. Like that's what we want from our leaders is transparency and honesty, right? I could be wrong. Anyways, because the average Jason believe in facts, yours truly. I went and did a little research, right? And I didn't have to dig too deep. That's the beauty about the internet. We don't have to dig too deep for things, man. I mean, I had to wade through the ABCs and the CNNs and the MSNBNCs to find a real credible source, man. And lo and behold, I found one. None other than yours truly, PBS.org. Yes, PBS. And what's crazy about this article that I found was that this was actually written in 2015. So this was before Trump's first term, before Elon Musk, before all of this fraud, waste, and abuse, and DOGE, and all this Department of Government Efficiency, before any of this was a thing. This was an article from 2015. You guys got a problem with that? Go talk to PBS. All right. So this article was written by a gentleman by the name of Stephen Holemacher. I may be pronouncing his name wrong, but that's what it says. And the key points of this article, and this article, again, was written on March 14, 2015. Key points of this article was based on a Social Security Administration report, 6.5 million people in the U.S. have reached the age of 112. To me, that's astounding. I don't think that, just reading that, I don't think that much people over the age of 100 in the United States are still alive. I'm not buying that.
Bruh.
I'm not buying that by any means, man. All right. Continuing here. The reality is way fewer than that because there are way fewer people that have reached that age than that, man. And that's what I thought. Only 42 people in the world, guys, in the entire world, 42 people in the entire world are of that age or older. 42, and this was back in 2015. Keep that in mind. Social Security Administration does not have the death records of many of these people. This article is from 2015. And it's telling us that SSA, Social Security Administration, does not have death records for millions of these folks. Out of those 42 people, only 13 of those people are actually receiving SSA benefits. So what's going on with the rest of those 6.5 million folks? What's going on with them, right? Well, apparently their social security numbers are still active in the system. You heard me right. 6.5 million people over the age of 112 years old from an article in 2015 still have active social security numbers. What does that mean? Huh? What, Drewski, what do you say?
What do you mean by that?
You know what we mean by that? That means their numbers still show active bank accounts. They're still filing taxes, right? So it's telling us that these numbers are actively being used. For example, 67,000 of those Social Security numbers were being used to report more than $3.5 billion in wages, tips, and self-employment. Guys, these are people that are supposedly over the age of 112 years old. From 2006 to 2011. This was way back then before this was even a thing. According to the article, a report from Social Security Administration showed one social was being used 613 different times. Guys, I'm
What the hell?
guys, these are supposedly people that are over 112 years old. This was before DOGE. This was before President Trump's first term. This was before any of this was a thing. An additional 194 numbers, Social Security numbers, was used at least 50 times.
What the hell?
People in the country illegally use fraudulent Social Security numbers to obtain employment, get government assistance, such as your public assistance, welfare, file taxes. The IRS paid off $5.8 billion. What?
Bruh, bruh.
$5.8 billion in fraudulent tax returns in 2013. Guys, this is all over 10 years ago. Now, the article did go on to say the agency is making efforts to rectify this situation. Come on, man. Listen, guys, I work for government. I worked, past tense, worked for government, right? I work for all facets of government. I work for state government. I had worked for city government. I'd worked for county government. I'd worked for a federal contractor. So I work for every aspect of government. And part of my job duties was to analyze and investigate data throughout all those facets of government. And I can tell you from my experience dealing with data, analyzing data, investigating data, these numbers don't get better. As more people come onto the system, they actually tend to get worse. So you can't tell me from back in 2015, 10 years ago, that these numbers had gotten better. They have not. Guys, now my last long video I did, I told you guys what they're doing is just the tip of the iceberg. And the further we dig, the more corruption and fraud we are seeing. So, based on just what I gave you guys here, this is just a short, very short overview of something that's been going on for a very long time. And based on what I'm presenting here, I mean, who do you trust? Who you think is lying, the media or Trump and Elon? I know where I would put my money. That decision is up to you guys. I can only bring you the facts, and you guys can take it or not. So, until the next one, I'm out.